right. Well, this feels different. I'm on the other end here, leading price action live. I like it. Tom's not here, so it's already better. Like it's technically a better stream now, and this is good. This is good.
Just be careful. You know how he's going to take that out on you later.
Look, you learn. Well, you grew up with a brother, so you learn that you can't be afraid of the pain. You got to just fight. No peace. You got to just fight.
It's true. And I did grow up with a brother, my little brother, and we did get in fights. And that kid is vicious. He's the one who knocked my teeth out when I was much younger.
What?
So yeah, he chipped 2 of my teeth when I was in 3rd grade, and he was just a little 7-year-old.
Oh my God.
Healed me right in the mouth, and so I chipped my teeth a long time ago.
Brutal.
Yep.
Tom used to grow his nails and cut them into points so he could scratch me. I remember one day Tom was sitting on my chest and my arms just pounding me, and I yelled out to my mom, "Mom, help!" She's like, "What is it?" "Tom's hitting me." "Well, hit him back." I was like, okay, lesson learned, I guess. Oh, good times though. All right, are you in a trade, Mike?
I am not. We're going to wait for the open here and wait for the dust to settle a little bit. But I will say this is promising. We've got some levels here that are pretty critical that did not get crossed overnight. And that's what I was worried about. I slept well not being in a trade. But one of the things we've been watching here is this daily regression trend from April 7th when Trump tweeted, "Now's a good time to buy." Very important transition day right after tariffs were announced. The market freaked out about tariffs. Interesting. That was a plunge down. This support level here is what I was talking about yesterday, around the 24,300 level, maybe 24,200. And sure enough, we wicked off that level, which happens to coincide with the 200-day moving average. I would like to see a close in this channel today, in this regression channel, because if we do, then we've confirmed the lower side of the channel. This is within 3 standard deviations. So, we've captured most of the price action here over time. And that does confirm that this would be support. And hopefully by next week, by next Monday, we see a rally back up to, the range we were in before, or maybe even new highs. I understand the reasons for the potential correction. There's a lot of concerns around CapEx in the AI space, but revenue continues to persist. Of the reports we saw from the top tech companies, they did beat on earnings. And so it's kind of interesting how much they were penalized for spending. Right. I'm not a fan of the spending either. We all are very speculative about whether they can translate those earnings into profits. Amazon did have a little bit of a surprise yesterday, but Alphabet had a major surprise to the upside and reported higher earnings than expected. Eli Lilly did, Novartis did. Biotech is actually performing better than tech this over this last year as well. AMD was up, Merck was up, Pepsi's up. So as we're looking at biotech and like the companies contributing to GLP-1 drugs and the top of the Mag 7, including Palantir, earnings are looking strong. So I think this pullback is a little bit of repricing that took place from the uncertainty around the Fed and the future of the economy. We put Warsh in place. Now the market has repriced precious metals, which we saw that sell off there. So this looks like a little bit of a shakeout. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But what I'm looking at here is support right from this major support band, and I'd like to see this persist. So today's going to be an interesting one. Let's see what happens here at the open, and if we can travel even further than we did from the overnight.
Well, I don't know if it's just me, but it feels like there's energy in the air, and I think it's going to be an interesting stream today. I agree.
We got Mustang Trader in the chat here. Good morning, you wonderful peepholes. Tom, don't accuse me of being an absentee father again. I'm always watching you guys in a very stocky kind of way. Awesome. So for those who aren't familiar with Mustang Trader, he is now adoringly referred to as my dad because he kind of looks like me on the internet. This is a hilarious thing. If you watch our interview with Mustang Trader on Alphas, and not only is it fantastic and extremely informative on how he trades many accounts at the same time on TradersPost, and manages a lot of different accounts. But yeah, some people had commented that he kind of looks like my dad. Which is funny because if you saw a picture of my dad, you'd go, yeah, that guy looks like nothing like your dad. So.
I'm the one who made the absentee father comment. Don't put it on Tom.
Oh, shoot.
Tom with pointy nails. That is some seriously vicious little girl stuff, isn't it? Isn't it?
Oh, if Tom's watching, I hope he heard that one.
We've got I'm the claw saying my intentions, quick slaps in and out.
Scalps in and out. Yeah, I think that might be a good play, at least from the open here. It's going to be interesting. I was noticing the 2-hour chart here. Hold on, let me fix my visibility current. I'm noticing here, we got to get past these levels here. These are these very near levels at 900 are going to be an important one to clear. So in the meantime, I'm expecting some choppy price action from the open as well. So we'll go for, I guess, as many points as we can take, depending on where volatility shows up here in the next 1 minute.
I just got stopped out of my long that I had before the open. That wick there just got me. But yeah, I think bullish is. I'm learning to read Tom's Sacred Profits indicators here. So not only am I learning the markets, I'm learning the squiggly lines too from Tom.
All this stuff Tom's been working on for years.
That's right. It's good. I like it, but I'll be a little distracted, I think. Assign traders is Peter. Yeah, it was me. It was me. All right. Oh, wait, hang on a second. Welcome, everyone, to Price Action Live at TradersPost for February 6th, 2026. I'm one of your traders, Peter Exit Liquidity Hartman. I can't believe you put that in there, Tom. Alongside Mike, the NQ Sniper Christensen, co-founder and CSO of TradersPost. Up to 4 days a week at Price Action Live, we trade in front of you using the advanced trade execution engine known as TradersPost, the epic software that upgrades your trading. Whether trading stocks, futures, options, or crypto, TradersPost has got you covered. Today's stream is brought to you by BluSky, the best-in-class prop firm that offers same-day activation, daily payouts, and no max restrictions. Visit bluesky.pro and sign up for your first prop firm account today and trade futures like never before. Use coupon code WELCOME26 to get 50% off your launch plan account for first-time subscribers. Welcome, everyone, to the stream.
Glad you guys are here. Let's see what's going on.
Wow.
A little bit of this gap from the open has been cleared already. There was almost a 120-point gap from the open. In the first couple of minutes here, we've cleared about a third of it. So it does seem possible we could come back here to yesterday's point of control at 619, but we'll see. Got the overnight VWAP from yesterday that looks like it could be resistance. I see some sellers at 800 on the books. So I'm going to wait a few minutes here before I get involved. I want to see how price arrives around VWAP first. We'll wait for the dust to settle a little bit. The first opening candle on a 2-period ATR is almost 100. So this is very, these are very large candles, and I don't want to get chopped out immediately.
Right. Well, I just went in on a long, so that
all right, get ready to manage a little bit of volatility.
Tom told me never move my stop. He says never do it.
That is true.
Oh, I'm about to get stopped out again. There it goes.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll get back in at 24,600. Wow, look at that.
Yeah, this is the market open flush out. There's all kinds of activity that takes place in the first few minutes. I try to at least wait about 5 to 10 minutes before I get involved.
Well, that's more my vibe, but I guess today I'm gonna be like, instead of be like Mike, I'll be like Tom.
Hey, the beauty is, and we very much support this at TradersPost, you got to find your own lane and drive in it. We want independent traders on the platform, and I highly encourage everybody to find their own approach. Ultimately, you'll never be able to trade just like anybody else. You put 3 traders in a room, and they're all going to trade a little differently.
Right.
Look at that move.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Holy cow.
I mean, do I go in now? I mean, is
Hey,
this the ride?
Jarmo on the cloth, Mustang, my dudes. I wonder, we're going to have to give Aventura a hard time. He's always very apologetic when he's behind on our streams.
Yeah, why is he late? My goodness. Trey.
Okay. So I mentioned earlier that 900 level, that's what we got to clear this morning. If we don't close this gap, which is fine because it's tiny now, I want to see us clear 900. We had some resistance here at 870 as well yesterday. That was a glorious candle there.
Yeah.
So I never really played around with it until yesterday, but apparently Tradevate has these things called bid-ask candles, which I think is kind of similar to the way TradingView does it, but the difference is they appear to have a little more depth from the book on these candles. And this is kind of a unique way to look at 1 minute, 5 minute, 10-minute candles, just looking for where the volume was on either side of the book with each candle. As you zoom in a little bit closer, you can see here, not only does it show you the
wow,
the size of the candles, but it also tells you how many orders closed there. It's sort of like a mini book map. It's not quite as in-depth as book map, but if you're looking for order book analysis, this is actually pretty useful.
What is it called?
It's in the drop down for the different types of chart types. So you can choose candlestick, you can choose bars, or bid-ask volume. And the bid-ask volume actually ends up being pretty insightful.
And that's on Tradevate.
Candles, and they also, I like this a little bit better. If you get emotional because of the candles like me, where, you know, any big quick move or, you know, a candle jump kind of freaks me out and causes me to make dumb decisions. I like bars instead of candles because bars don't move around as much. They're not as, attention seeking, if you will. And bid-ask volume is even less enticing. So I started using this just to try to slow myself down. Sort of like having a, you know, Latina girlfriend. Like candles or Latina girlfriends. How many days can I go without making my Latina girlfriend mad?
An impossible task. That's funny.
I'm gonna get in trouble for that one.
It's good to get in trouble a little bit.
Either that resonates or I'm now in trouble.
Oh, we got that reverse. Oh my God, look at that. Am I going to get back in after I get stopped out? Oh, maybe.
All right. Point of control is showing up for the day here, roughly around 850. I see a wick closing above session VWAP here, and let's see if we get a continuation from here. So it'd be a little bit of a tough long to try and trade just because of how volatile it is, but yeah, we can go for it.
I got in short on Bitcoin last night because of Tom. It was up 250. Oh, it was great. It was fun. Worked out very well. Trading at night, like, I don't know, like Tom says it's smoother. I don't know for sure, but it was definitely less hectic.
I have to add my BluSky. What are you talking about?
Tom liked the Latina stuff.
1 second here. What's going on? What are you talking about? I'm not in another tab. I can't seem to connect my Tradevate account.
Westline Trader is saying I got my error codes fixed on TradersPost. They were coming from Tradevate. Max entries hit after 2 trades seemed like a little bit silly.
I think I think that, Nick, I believe that's set on the user side. I think you can actually specify the number of max contracts in the settings, in the risk settings on Tradeovate. You might want to double check to see if that's user defined or if it's defined by the prop firm.
Oh, my long is looking good now. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Yeah, baby. Look at that. I like it. Hang on. How do I put my screen on screen? If I press this button, am I going to mess everything up? Was it a setting on Tradeovate or a glitch? Tom is asking. Well, Mike, I think he's saying a setting on the user side.
Could be.
All right. I'm going to click this button. Hopefully I don't mess everything up. Okay, just made mine full screen.
There we go. One take for the day. So right in the style of on the cloth here, I have scalped 55 points right from the open there.
Nice. I still haven't figured out the whole points thing. Like, how do I say what the number of points?
You need to be using Command Pad, my friend. It'll make it a lot easier for you to specify your take profit and stop loss. But essentially on Command Pad, which again, I know there's some people on the wait list. We've got a handful of people who have access to it at the moment. We'll get it in your hands as well, Peter. The take profit and stop loss can be defined in these boxes here. So what I'm doing is just simply typing in the take profit and stop loss amount in points. This is a price delta or sort of market price offset from my entry. So whatever my entry ends up being, TradersPost will set the take profit $50 points above the market price entry and $50 points below. And that ends up creating the order across all my prop firm accounts. You can also say, all right, well, I don't want it to be a stop market order. I want it to be a trailing stop. So you could just put that here. And that would let you choose between the different types of order types.
What if I already have the take profit and stop loss in my top step settings?
Then it should be applied to your incoming order. The other way to do it is, of course, go into your subscription settings for each account or in your default settings when you create new accounts. And in your entry section on TradersPost, you can define the take profit and stop loss by default. So you could say, each time I get into a trade, I want you to put 50 points of take on, and I want you to use a stop market amount of 50 points as well. So this could be defined by default. I prefer the control over the distance from my entry because I measure ATR constantly and I'm trying to keep track of where price action is. I can't have a static amount each time.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But if I do have a setting amount set in Top Step, that's what's going to override everything.
Yeah, if I recall, they do apply your risk settings to each incoming trade automatically. That's how you can currently do bracket orders with Top Step since they don't support it through the API yet. Or at least in the way we need.
So I was going to message you a few times, like insisting, damn it, give me this command pad. But then I thought, should I learn how to do it without it so I know how the majority of TradersPost customers
certainly
experience it first?
Yeah. I think it's also kind of one of those things where using command pad is, I do want people to treat it like it's a professional tool because it is. There's a lot to it. You can make it as simple as possible. For example, it doesn't have to have entry and exit criteria, but there's a lot of things going on here, right? There's a lot of different types of controls. You got to know that if I already have an open limit order and I want to add another one, I have to turn off cancel here so it doesn't cancel my open orders. There's different order types to think about. There's different ways to set my take profit or stop loss. There's different ways to manage the quantity, and I have to think about how that's going to be sent over to TradersPost and not impact my trades in a negative way. So even though it's a fancy looking tool, you do need to be hyper aware of what's getting sent to TradersPost so you don't accidentally, slip and make a mistake.
Yeah, it kind of made me feel like
a broker.
Yeah.
Nick, do you mind sharing the exact message you got back? I want to look into that a little bit further. I'll look into your trade history and your account as well. But that one's confusing. If it's max request, that means we were up against some kind of limit with Tradeovate, and it could be the number of accounts you have in one access token. But let's catch up on that one later. Man, are we going to get a second chance at another push here?
I'm wondering. All right, when the candle's red, my lights are going to be red. No, when I'm in the when I'm in the green, I'll be green. Hey, do I have any green? Yeah, command pad. I was thinking, hey, it kind of made me think about kids these days. Like I've heard stories of kids who all they've experienced is full self-driving vehicles like Tesla, and then they go to do their driving exam, and it's like they don't actually know how to drive very well.
Right.
But I wondered, like, if I do command pad, am I going to be like one of those millennials who doesn't know how to trade? If I like actually how all the settings and everything works if I just use command pad? Do you think there's like kind of a
I don't think there's a corollary there, only because this is a very manual process. What I'm doing here in Command Pad is thinking very strategically about how I want to construct each trade. I'm setting criteria for the quality of the trade I'm about to take. There's a lot happening there that is very manual, not really automated. You know, with AI driving, or excuse me, automated driving, self-driving cars, you're not doing anything. There's no strategy there at all. You just get in and stare at the road, right?
That's right. Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Okay, no, I get that. The principles are still the same, and the UI is just so beautiful. Oh God, it's so nice to look at.
It was probably the funnest thing to design in years for me. I was very excited about it.
I could tell, and you can actually see the love and care and passion that went into building this. I mean, it's so polished. It's so good. I'm so jealous. My God, I watch a lot of things like AI zero shot at this thing. Like this, like is effort.
Yeah, Claude and I worked very closely on making sure this was done well. But I mean, I gave it pictures and references, and I even had to spend probably a solid 3 or 4 hours on the CSS myself, and then teach Claude how to do it properly. So it was not one of these things where I just like spent an hour writing a prompt and out popped this thing. There was a lot of back and forth work.
I like that you added the TradersPost at the bottom. It does add a nice polish to it.
It does.
It's a good spot for it.
Very on brand for us.
Tom says, you know the target, Peter. Believe in yourself. Believe in myself. I'm not in a position where I believe in myself when it comes to trading. It's just, you know, do it, learn, rinse, repeat, trial and error. But it is fun to see what I'm up 175 right now. So that's pretty good.
That was silly of me. I had a new account this morning that I forgot to add to the system.
No. Should I remove your screen for this?
No, it's okay.
All right, cool.
I'll pull it off to the side. All right, this is good news. Let's go back to the 2-hour chart here. It looks like we're about to touch beyond that 900 level that I had mentioned.
Right.
We've got about 15 minutes to the close of the 2-hour candle. I want to see this launch up to 25,182 from here. We're already up 1% for the morning. I think we can definitely go 2.5% and mean revert most of this move, or a good portion of it.
What? What'd you just say?
Oh, I think we can make a pretty bullish move today.
Okay, we said mean revert. Oh, you mean that trend? Okay, I thought you meant
this would be the other side of mean reversion. So if this was the top and this was the bottom, we've got some room to go before we hit the 0618 fib retracement, or 0.5 level. 0.5 happens to coincide with my next resistance level at 182. So I do think price has room to go another 200 and some odd points. But this could be a 2.5% up day that tries to retest some of these resistance levels before deciding where we go from here.
I like what you're singing there, Mike. The tune is beautiful. I hope it works out that way. No, not hope. Hope is the wrong word. Rule number 18, never use hope when trading.
No, just follow what price is doing.
That's right. I am for sure learning more about myself. I sit down at the computer. It's like 6:30, I'm trading, and I'm thinking, I'm gambling right now. Stop. I'm gambling right now. Stop. It's good. It's like, it's really good. If I ever have to teach like a self-help class, I'm not going to teach them meditation or poses. I'm going to teach them to trade and keep yourself on track while trading. Then you'll become like a Zen master, I think.
Yeah, and if you get to that point where you're trading without fear, in a comfortable place, you've got your risk assessed, you've managed all the math, and you're just letting things play out, I think that's the right spot to be in.
So is that possible to trade without fear?
It's tough. You want I know some people that can do it. For me, I just have to constantly remind myself to catch the trade, not chase it, and to check in with myself emotionally and make sure that I'm staying calm. It's a battle. I have my own animal spirits to contend with every time I
Right.
trade.
I don't yeah. Oh my God. What a way to make a living trading. It's just
It's
it's like,
definitely an absolutely interesting way to make a living from a time spent perspective, if you will.
yeah, totally.
Especially as you scale accounts or scale balances in an account, you get paid more and more for the same effort every day.
Hmm. I'm about to watch a Ford v Ferrari, that movie,
Oh yeah,
and
let me know how that goes. I'm on the fence about wanting to watch it.
me too. But because I always watch things that relate to like what I'm doing in life,
Hmm.
and that high speed, intense job that they have. Like I'm interested in the psychology behind it. Like I watched The Gambler. I'm going to watch the movie you suggested yesterday. So I want to watch the racing to feel like when they're driving, like any mistake is a disaster for them, and it kind of makes me think of trading and the intensity of it. And to do that job, to me, that's like traders, like the type of people who can do this as a living, even though it has these big benefits to it. It's not everybody who could do it. I'm not even sure I could. It's very intense.
I think that's a good analogy. This very much is like being in the cockpit of a fighter pilot jet.
Right.
It's there's a lot going on at once. You have to be very quick thinking and um, fast acting as well.
Which is thank God for prop firm accounts. I mean, I always technically understood the benefit of it, but this is a great way to get into trading to learn. Oh, it's so thank goodness.
Okay, I don't really understand if I have a trading view window open elsewhere. Oh, there it is. Found it. Man, it was tucked away in some windows on another screen.
Mm.
That makes sense now.
Folks out there, what you're watching, how's your trading going today? Are you in a trade? Are you not in a trade? What are you waiting for? When you're seeing this green candle, are you like, damn, I missed it? Are you in it? How are you feeling? I know I'm the class said earlier that they were going to be scalping, quick scalps in and out. Are you scalping here? What's happening with you?
2 for 2 for me. So up about 300 to 500 across the accounts.
Ooh, nice.
On the cloth, getting chopped up. Bummer.
It sucks, buddy.
There it is. Okay.
All that being said, it is super fun to trade. If I do it with somebody else, like Tom or Mike, like it's actually way more fun to trade with other people. You're like sharing in the whole thing. You get an extra pair of eyes. Trading by myself feels kind of lonely and dark.
I keep if there weren't rules against it with the prop firms, I always wondered how
Right.
much fun it would be to trade the same account together, essentially letting one person drive a trade and then somebody else steps in and takes the next trade. We all just kind of like collectively work on an account together. I mean, we could do it with a live account. There's no rules against that.
Right.
But that sounds hilarious to me, especially if you're there kind of like supporting and cheering on the guy who's in the seat right now trying to trade. That sounds like a fun live stream thing we could do. Trading together on the same account, collectively trying to get that account to a particular target. Like let's start with 10 grand and see if we can turn it into 20 between the three of us.
Yeah, it's like a team sport. It's like basketball or relay racing or something like, yeah, hand off the baton, see how well the other guy does. Plus, you get that whole mixture of experts thing that AI has where you're like multiple brains banging, talking to each other. I would
Exactly.
love to see that. Wait, does that not happen? People don't do that?
I've never seen it. You ever seen anything like that on YouTube? I haven't.
Team trading, yeah.
Team trading.
Wow. Actually, that's pretty good. Tom, write that down.
You guys in the comments, you ever seen anybody trade together the same account? I think it's kind of a cool idea. Tell me I'm stupid if I am. Ben Blue says you guys better be long. Yes, sir. Taking too long so far this morning.
Yep, I am long. Trying for a short. Tom is asking, trying for a short, or is the stop loss too close? Who are you talking to, Tom? Are you talking to I'm the cloth? My stop loss is exactly where you told me to put it. 75 and never change it. I like that. I like the whole kind of, that's the move, you commit to it. Let me see if I can change this music here.
Okay, quick pullback to VWAP here. Let's see where we go from here. Tag team trading. Is that a thing, or is that the name you've come up for it?
I like tag team trading. Oh, here we go. Red candles.
There is a registered LLC for it. Hilarious LLC name. Oh, shoot. You're not going to do this to me, are you, this morning?
It looks... oh, my goodness. All right. Red light. Red light.
No way. Don't do this. Don't reverse the whole move. Tough, tough, tough. There we go. There's the buyers. I don't see a ton of people hanging out on the books, so I want to wait to see how this plays out.
Bad candle. Bad candle.
Exactly.
I could stare at a trading chart 24 hours. It's so hypnotic. Don't you dare. Oh, I will. Oh, don't make me call your mother. Huh? Oh, my God. This is bad.
All right. There's 33 contracts at 850. I've got my first stop here at 849. I do not want to hit a bunch of max losses today. Which account is this?
Tag team trading. I love that. I feel exactly like hour 7 into my daughter being born. Just like, is it going to happen? What's going on?
All right, POC just got re-registered here at 864. I see some potential of buying here before we close below VWAP, so maybe this is the last candle where I have a chance to correct the direction of this trade.
I'm the cloth. Put on a position right now. Go buy. Buy.
I need your help.
I need your help. Everybody go out there.
There we go. Little bit of momentum there. 22 seconds to this candle close. I would love to see a continuation here, of course. But we were a little worried about this. This is that zone where this could be the resistance on the higher time frames.
Yeah, you did talk about that. 900.
Launch.
So what are you in now? Are you in a trade?
I'm long. Yeah, I put a couple legs on. Just took a short. Oh, that's a good question. So would love to do group trading. For taxes, it wouldn't be 1099. You would basically create a limited partnership. You'd have to register with FINRA as well, because it would effectively be seen as a family office, and then you can share in the profits together.
On the cloth, you're getting chopped. Did you come out on that? Did you come out? Did you get a profit on that red candle? If you're short,
Curious, yeah.
getting chopped. If I hear chopped, I don't know, man. I start looking for the exits. Oh,
So I think I got a couple accounts that are still in. Let's give them a second. Where are these buyers at? This is what makes these candles so fascinating. You can actually see where everyone's stops are. That was me and a bunch of other people getting stopped out, having to buy over there.
Right. Dear God, if you turn this candle around, I will believe in you. Okay? I will believe in you. I will go to my mother's church and I will sit in that pew and I'll be bored, but I'll be there. All right? I'm not believing in you now. I am not believing in you now. I believe in science.
My friend, you can't do that.
Oh my goodness.
Huh, interesting. Well, that initial flush out kind of disappeared. Buyers and sellers are kind of gone at the moment. It looks like everybody took a break here to wait for how the rest of the session plays out.
I'm so close to my stop loss. Oh my God.
All right, that's a candle below VWAP now.
All right. All right.
Bummer.
Okay. What? Huh? No.
All right. That, unfortunately, was a little bit of a hit.
Went for a buy after I got kicked out. You did get profit on that red. Well, that's good.
All right. Got some quantities to match up here. Profit on the red. Nice work. Yeah, if I go short, I want to wait for this candle to close, but it also is not good news for the longs here.
I break even right now. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I'm going to get stopped out. There we go. Oh, you. Oh, you. There we go. All right. Well, I guess I'm never going to church ever again. I'm kidding. I'm just joking.
Yeah, tight stops. I think that's the right play here.
I still think, okay, let's look at these indicators. Am I going to go long again?
Not for me. It looks like we've got to close below VWAP now. And that's a rejection wick right off of the regression trend on the 2-hour.
Okay, so we might go down to, was it 23,950? That's a far drop. No, that's not the level. The level is 24,653.
Oops. Forgot everything there. Log out of this. All right, a little quiet here. Sorry about that. I'm trying to set up the trade here. and it's uncertain how far we're going to be able to go. Yep, I see that here too. Overnight POC has moved.
What's a POC?
Point of control. It's basically looking at this session volume profile here and seeing where the most amount of volume shows up at different price points. So do you see this indicator here on the left?
Yeah.
The one with the highest amount of volume is at 864 here.
I see. Okay, I've got to put some orders on the chart here because, like mon frère says, Tom Hartman, he always wants to be in a trade. He always wants to be in it.
He's got to chase that direction.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, no biggie. We've managed losses here so far today.
All right, I'm going to go long at 24,665 if we get there. 24,6.
Long or short for the day? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I'm long for the day, but that's just my expert opinion. And the move now is to put on 4 contracts to win back everything I lost. That's the way to do it. Oh, maybe I'll go long from here. All right, maybe I'll put my limit buy right at the bottom of that green wick, 24,700.
Yeah, the only thing I can find on Tag Team Trading was an actual FINRA registered group established in 2005 by a small group of friends, it looks like. That's pretty funny if it was actually exactly what I was describing. A group of guys got together so they can trade with each other.
I wonder if you can develop beef that way, you know?
Ooh, yeah, I mean, sure. But then again, that's the thing. You got to put trust in the guys that you're trading with.
That's right. I would like that, actually. That sounds like a lot of fun.
It does.
Someone in the chat said, I miss Tom, but I think that's a bot. I think that's a bot. We can ignore that.
All right. What are we doing here? Are we up? Are we down? So it's going to be a choppy session that moves up and below, above and below VWAP.
I mean, look at this thing. This is crazy. I mean, it's crazy to me. I'm just not used to it. Up and down.
Let's put on the Tradeify account.
All right. Well,
okay, so I've been short here on this M&Q for a minute. Don't know how much travel it has left on it. I'm simultaneously long MES, which I might add to this long as this starts to play out. Looks like we could come back and actually close this gap after all. It's hard to tell where buyers want it, but I do see a lot of resting orders at 750. And at 750, that's the bottom of this regression trend. There's about 89 NQ contracts resting there. Decent size order. We'll see if the sellers eat through that or not. Yeah, on the cloth, I feel you. I gave back a lot of profit today and hit some daily loss limits on some other accounts. I've got a handful of accounts left here that I've got long and short on. I'm hoping the move is let's come back and test these levels and then we push higher for the rest of the day.
So you still think bullish overall?
I do. I'm still pretty bullish. However, we're going to need to see where this candle closes in the next hour and 50 minutes. I see how bullish this opening candle was, but I also see how it's wicked off of 987 here on the regression trend. This is the diamond zone, as I like to call it, on the converging regression trends. This little sweet spot here is the area of contention where we need to see where we actually close. It's going to take a while for that event to play out, so I'm just going to wait it out. At least for the long. Interesting. All right, let's get a stop set up here on this guy. We'll go about 25 points. All right, just move my stop to break even. Those buyers are still hanging out at 750.
750?
Yeah.
So maybe I'll join them at 750.
We're 40 points above that right now. 50 points above. All right, I just got stopped out on the short. We're up in profit on the long now. Maybe 10, 11. All right, let's fix this guy. What do you see there, Peter?
I'm thinking, well, long is what I'm thinking. I'm just trying to figure out if I should go in now or wait for it to go lower. 750, I was thinking that too.
Yeah, it's a tough one. Looking at the 15-minute chart, it's the red candles did not eat up this entire move. We wicked a little bit higher, but this candle here on the 15-minute chart is now showing us a little bit of confirmation of a higher low. So we could see some continuation from here. We're still inside this upward regression trend, which is what I was kind of hoping for. And the move could continue.
I'm going long now.
On the cloth is long.
I'm with you on the cloth.
We're back. We're right back at POC now for the session at 863. So let's see how this candle closes. If I'm going to go long on M and Q again, I'm going to wait it out because I got this long on MES already anyway.
Do your other accounts, they follow both MNQ and MES, or they split?
Yeah, no, I trade them the same way. It's just about contract size at that point. I trade different sizes in different accounts. In fact, I have to go and adjust them all right now because I took a little bit of a hit earlier. So now I need to adjust the size of the quantity on some of these accounts. We need to wrap up this bulk feature on TradersPost so that you can do this more quickly. Right now, I've got this somewhat ridiculous process of opening each account in a different tab and then quickly trying to change the quantity until I've met the math I need on each account. I do some math in the background here, which calculates what the position size should be based on the trailing drawdown of that account. And I try to trade according to how much drawdown I have. But to update it, to go fix the quantities of each account, it's a very sort of tedious and manual process here on TradersPost. We've got some features coming out soon where you can load up the change you want to make, let's say quantity in this case, and then you choose the accounts you want it to affect, and then you just click go and then you're done. And that would be a one-click change to all the accounts.
That's a quality of life improvement.
Yes, sir.
When are we expecting that?
Soon.
Nice.
Bouncing off of POC, it looks like a rejection from VWAP there. That's not a good sign.
I got stopped out again.
Yeah, I didn't take a trade there. I wanted to see how we responded first.
Well, that's just the smart thing to do, which is, not at all my style.
I think at this point now, we can consider this a little noisy. It's starting to look a little choppy here. The choppiness index is getting a little higher here on the indicator. We had a little bit of a trigger here at the 11 o'clock Eastern, and it came back into a trend phase. And I would agree with it. It looks like it's still trying to trend downward, but now I'm even more convinced this could be choppy. On the long says, this is crazy.
It is crazy. I agree.
Interestingly, this isn't even the same amount of volume as yesterday's open. Volume is actually diminishing. All right, are we going for another test here? Those buyers I mentioned earlier at 750, yeah, they're still there. What is the move? Tom, what are you doing over there? Are you doing anything? Are you trading?
He's not trading. He can't.
Trade a practice account then. We need to hear from you, my friend.
That's right.
I feel a little lost without Tom's guidance in the background.
100%. 100%. All right, where's VWAP?
Well above us now.
I have a level at 660, 668.
Are you looking at electronic hours then? You must.
Sure. Yeah. I have no idea what you're talking about. Like electronic hours.
So yeah, you're on. We'll have to look at your chart there, but there's two different ways to look at VWAP, and I have both of them on my chart. Tom actually wrote an indicator almost 2 years ago now for me to give me the electronic VWAP on the regular trading hours. So if you're aware, basically volume weighted average price is calculated from the first candle of the open. So right at 9:30 Eastern, and every candle that comes in, it recalculates from that incoming price and volume. And that means that if you're looking at electronic hours, which started yesterday at 6 p.m., we call that the EVWAP or electronic VWAP or overnight VWAP. It's all kind of the same thing. That's going to have a slightly different number. So in this case, session VWAP is up here at 852, and the overnight VWAP is down here at 683.
I see.
Both levels are important. The market will respond to the overnight VWAP. I personally think there's a lot more preferential treatment to the session VWAP rather than the overnight VWAP, though.
Yeah, I think what I'm looking at is the overnight one.
There's Aventura. I told you he was going to be sorry he was late. You're busted.
Sorry, he's late.
You're busted.
One demerit point, Trey.
At the dentist again today. Oh, man. Did they give you a whole grill? I want to see the grill tray.
They're like, we're doing silver now instead of gold.
Silver grills. All right. Looks like buyers defended that 750 level.
I don't know. I don't think I'm going to get back in.
Right back up to session VWAP, right up against the other side of this downward regression trend for the session. I still don't want to trade until I know where we're going to close here out of this range. This is starting to feel like an orb setup now, where the bottom of the range is 750, where we know buyers were before, and the top of the range is 978. I kind of want to break outside of that before I get involved again. One more crown. Well, I hope that's the one donned on the top of your head, my king.
I don't even know what a crown is.
It's just a cover over your entire molar to
Oh,
keep the cavity from spreading. Starting to remind me of last year. Oh yeah, I know what you mean.
what happened last year?
Similar kind of price action. We had this kind of pullback. Let me go back to, it was around February of this year. So if you remember, right when tariffs were announced, we got this insane move to the downside that was almost, a 30% move in 32% actually in the Nasdaq 100, and then we finally found the bottom here. So it's kind of similar to that, not quite as extreme of a move, but in the first few days, it did feel like this. We came back, we tested this regression trend. It looked like maybe tech was going to save the day, and then we hit this resistance at 22,100, and it just fell apart for another several. It was another 34 days of downside after that.
Well, let's hope past performance is not indicative of future performance.
We measure and we trade. That's all we can do.
That's right.
Trade the price action you're given. In this case, it looks like we're going to try to snake above VWAP here and above the POC for the session again, which, anybody trying to trade back and forth in this price action, that is tough chopped to trade. I'm still long that MES contract.
And how is that working out for you?
I'm going to keep trying it. I actually like the approach of just setting it and forgetting it. And I've read the contracts with the firms that I trade with, and they are perfectly fine with me being long and short two different instruments. So it allows me to be directional on the market, on specifically the S&P, and just hold that contract for the rest of the session and pick up a couple $100 while simultaneously trading in and out of ranges on M&Q.
Trey says, hit profit target again last night thanks to TradersPost.
Well done.
Well done, sir.
Way to go, man.
All right, I'm going to go long here. That'll be my last trade for today, I think. Oh, wonderful. As soon as I hit the button. You're welcome, everyone. As soon as I hit that button. Oh, we're going to have to wrap this up. My goodness. Okay. I can see
the 1 hour mark. Happy to wrap it up here. I want to kind of see where this candle closes right here. I'm going to wait a minute, and I want to see if we're going to close below or above VWAP, which would also confirm above or below POC. POC happens to coincide with VWAP today. It doesn't always happen that way. Look at that move.
Well,
anybody in shorts is getting shaken out right now.
Everything's going to be okay, Mike. Everything's
everything's
okay.
Great. I'm in the right trade here. Up $70 now. I've got some work to do to get out of the little hole I dug for myself from that third trade, but
so normally I would just take this $65 that I'm up right now and just be out of it. But then I keep thinking that that's not the right way to trade. Like, you've got to let your, you got to let your winners ride or whatever. Like, I don't know when to apply that.
I don't know if I agree with that attitude when it comes to prop firm trading. I think in prop firm trading, you got to focus on your base hits. In other words, consistently taking profits, consistently posting winner after winner after winner, even if that's just 60 or 70% of the time. I think a 1-to-1 risk ratio makes sense, and to just focus on great entries and then taking profits early. And the reason for that is because you're rewarded for your ability to stay consistent.
Right.
And if you try to hit those home run winners, you're more likely to let a drawdown occur. Right. that's gonna hit your daily loss limit a lot faster. So we're looking for tight stops. We're looking for consistency and just getting in and out really quickly. I think the rules of the firm dictate that we're just trying to get to the profit target slowly and consistently. So without over repeating my point there, sorry about that. It's different when you're in a live account. In a live account, I just want to manage risk, but if the trade starts going in my direction, I'm going to hang on to that sucker forever. That I could have a trade that makes my entire year in a live account, but I would never be able to do that in a profit account.
Right. Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
there we go.
We'll shake out here. John asks, "That's awesome. You have firms that allow opposite uncorrelated instruments. Which firms do you mind looking up?" So, Tradeify has rules on hedging opposite opposite assets. There's a hedging trading micros and minis. If you go down to this section here, you're not allowed to be long ES and short ES. Of course, that's not allowed. That, of course, violates the CFTC rule. You can't be long NQ and short NQ, obviously. You can't be long in MES and long in NQ, because that would violate the contract rule where essentially you can't be long a micro and short a mini, or long a micro and long a mini. But what is allowed, however, in their rules is that you can be long MES and long M&Q, but you can also be long MES and short M&Q. So as long as it's a different instrument and they're of the same size, they're both micros, then you're allowed to go in different directions. So what I've been doing lately is sometimes I'll be long MGC, I might be long MES, and then I'll be short M&Q at the same time. I'd have to look up more specifically all the firms that allow this, but they tend to have very similar rules around the hedging and contract side of things. If anyone has read the contracts any closer than I have, it would be Mustang Traders. So you might have an opinion on this as well, Mustang.
You'll let me know when you want to wrap up, Mike.
John, glad to hear that. Listen to this. We got shout out to TradersPost, just passed an Apex 250. Well done. Those are big accounts. And 2 different firms all this week, thanks to the webhooks, stop loss, take profit functions on the platform, excellent risk management tools. Glad to hear it, man. So fantastic. And even with those Tradeivate outages as well. I know the last couple of mornings have been a little rough for people, as even over the last week, really, Tradeivate has had some issues right from market order or open. Last week, I wasn't able to trade the open and missed a huge move because Tradeivate was down. Peter's always in a hurry.
We got other stuff to do today, man.
We do. The rule is we get to trade for an hour in the morning, and then it's time to move on to work stuff. We have stuff to build for you guys. I got the command pad I need to get into your hands. I know, Aventura, you're on the wait list as well. Let me get back to you ASAP. I have a few more things I'm working out. As I mentioned the last time we were on the session talking about this, I'm just trying to make it easier for you to add your strategies and add your JSON messages, so you don't have to type a bunch of stuff in manually, and I've got a way to do that now. Well, there's a close above VWAP. Maybe we're finally out of the woods here. Are the sellers done? We'll take a look. Well, I think we can call it from here, Peter. We'll wrap it up. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Or excuse me, not tomorrow. It's Friday. What am I talking about?
It's Friday.
See you guys Tuesday, February 10th. We'll trade the open together. We'll see how things go by that point. Hopefully, the market has decided a direction and we're out of the woods and everybody's long and everybody's 401ks are doing better.
Indeed. Excellent.
I know mine's hurting right now, so...
Thank you, folks, for being in the chat here. Really appreciate it. Makes it a lot more fun. Much love to all the Latinas out there. No shade. You folks are wonderful. You make great paella. I don't know if I'm saying that right.
Paella as well.
Love you guys. All right, tune in for After Hours at 4 p.m. Today. Tom and I were going to be on. We'll talk, how the trades went, what the market's doing, and all that good stuff. And as always, we wish you happy trading.
All right. Cheers, everybody.
That was a fun stream.